Well, to talk a bit more about this with me now, let's bring in journalist Ayanat Mercy in Nairobi. Ayanat, first of all, what more did the judge have to say today in this verdict?
So today's verdict, as you've mentioned, it took 7 long years. So this was a very hotly anticipated verdict. And one thing that was maybe a little bit surprising was that one of the defendants, Liban Omar, was actually acquitted as for a lack of evidence. And so the other 2 men, Mohammed Ahmed Abdi and Hussein Hassan Mustafa, were found guilty of aiding the attackers. And so I'm just emphasizing that because the 4 attackers themselves are believed to have been killed in the midst of the 2013 assault.
Now, this is a problem that is ongoing in Kenya today. Just recently, there was another suspected al-Shabaab attack in northeastern Kenya.
Yes, indeed. So this was in 2013. This attack really sent shockwaves throughout Kenya. As you mentioned, it was the deadliest attack since the 1998 U.S. bombings of the bombings of the U.S. embassy. But unfortunately, rather than indicating the end of something, it was really the beginning of a new chapter of terror in Kenya. A couple of years after the 2013 Westgate attack, we had this deadly attack by al-Shabaab at a university that killed nearly 150 people. And actually last year, there was another attack on an upscale hotel also in Nairobi. So the threat continues here. And just yesterday, and we are not sure if it is a confirmed al-Shabaab attack, but it is a suspected al-Shabaab attack in northeastern Kenya. A bus was sprayed with bullets, injuring several people. So the attacks continue, and there's really no end in sight as long as Kenyan troops remain in Somalia.
Ayanat, just to wrap up, do you think that this will bring any closure to people, particularly in Nairobi, who were so devastated by this attack 7 years ago?
Yeah, I think this will bring some form of closure. As we were mentioning, it has been 7 years. It was just the 7-year commemoration anniversary just a couple of weeks ago. And people were really looking for some sort of closure. There was a lot of confusion and uncertainty in the days that followed the Westgate attack with the number of attackers, what happened to them, the bodies of the attackers having been found. So I think this at least has the ability to give some closure. But, there is the challenge of the threat being persistent. And so, there's still more that needs to be done.
Thank you so much for that. Ayanat Mercy speaking to us there from Nairobi.